And EGR valve allows burned exhaust gases to enter into the engine intake manifold, and what that does is it helps reduce nitrogen-oxygen emissions, or NO emissions. Basically, you have a problem where there's not enough air flowing. Now, at higher speeds, you're not going to notice anything because there is enough air flowing so that the air-fuel mixture is not upset by an open or disturbed EGR valve. But some of the system malfunctions typically will lead to engine stalling, and that's during idle or rough idle, or possibly even during detonation. So you'll notice the engine will occasionally stall, and it'll also lead to poor fuel economy, or as we know it, worse gas mileage. Now, this particular one we're doing was an 01 Ford Taurus, and if you look at the old EGR valve that we took out right here, the problem we had in this, other than getting old and stuff, is we have a broken gasket right here. And we'll take another shot at the Ford Taurus. Now, the EGR valve that we're replacing in this case is located right up top here. And some of the tools that we're going to need for this are a wrench, a socket set, a putty knife, and a knife blade or a box cutter. Now, keep in mind that the EGR valve is located right up here, and we'll zoom in on that in just a minute. First off, what you want to do is you want to take a look at the battery right here, and I'm going to zoom in on that. If you look at this negative terminal right here, what you want to do is you want to go ahead and disconnect that so we don't have any problems while we're taking off the EGR valve and putting it back together. So go ahead and disconnect that negative terminal there. Next, what we want to do, and we'll zoom in here, is we're looking to go right back here, and we'll get a screenshot of that in just a second. Here we are. This is the old EGR valve. There's one shot. Here's another picture of it right there, and here's one more. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to take this thing apart. Now, if you might want to take some pictures of it, unless you have a really good photographic memory, so you know how to put it all back together when you get the new part. And we're going back there, and we're going to take the thing out, and we take it out right there. Now, what we do is we get our new part, and you can get this at any particular auto parts store. This one happened to be purchased at Napa, but I'm not going to recommend any specific ones. And we got our old one right there that we're replacing. And now we just got to put the thing back together again. So we just, match up piece with piece. Obviously, this piece right here goes on the bottom there. The gasket goes right there. And that piece over here goes right on there. And then the last piece over here we'll put on top over there. And we'll show some pictures of putting it back on here. There's one picture there, there's another picture right there, and we got to put on the top piece there. And we've got it put back together. And as you can see, there's our new EGR valve and our old EGR valve. Obviously the new one looks a lot better, and hopefully we'll get better fuel mileage and not have any problems. And now that we've got the new EGR valve on there, don't forget that we need to reconnect the negative terminal on the battery so you don't have any problems trying to start our car. And that essentially wraps up our overview of replacing an EGR valve on an 01 Ford Taurus. Thank you for watching.